American, so a lot of new things changed here. But I want to thank you everyone who have supported me in the past, in the present, and make a lot of new friends. I'm sure you will support me in the future, right? The reason why I want to mention that because there was a Chinese saying, drinking water, you don't forget who dug the well. So 吃水不忘挖井人. So I really benefit from all those support from my community, from people around me, whether you are Asian American or not. So this is time for me to give back to the community. So first I want to thank you Asian Americans for Equality. That's where I start my civic participation, my community engagement. As an immigrant, I don't know what is democracy. I don't know what is voter right. But as a high school student back then, over that summer, we talked to the people on the street. We did over 1,000 voter registration. So when I became, the day when I became a US citizen, when they gave out the voter registration form, this is nothing new to me. I fill out right away and I start to encourage other people to vote. I don't need to know who you're voting for, that's your business, but I do encourage you, go out to vote. This is our power, this is our rights. So, because the connection at IFE, I was introduced to CACF, specifically the Asian American Student Advocacy Project. Through the 2 years participation at ASAP, I really truly learned what the word advocacy means. And also CACF, especially the ASAP, taught me a lot of the leadership skills. And through this whole experience, the wonderful connections with our ASAP alumni, we still keep in touch today, even after like 12, 13 years. And I truly confirmed my identity as Asian and Asian American. Regardless your race today, think about when was your first time you realized you were different than other people around you. Because I grew up in China, everything around me are Chinese. But after I immigrated here, it's totally different. So think about this question, when was your first time to see the differences? Like every immigrant, I have my American dream, and I dream to receive high quality of education. That's the reason why my parents decided to immigrate here. And eventually to become an effective educator, I still self-identify myself as a lifelong learner and as an educator. So that's why I want to thank Loris at Prep High School. They gave me the first formal educational opportunity here in New York City. And my high school friend Shivin is here today to show her support. And also I want to thank you my higher educational experience to what prepared me to become effective educator. Because of the impact from the ASA, I truly learned what is advocacy. And also I want to advocate for more students, not only Asian Pacific Americans. I want to advocate for all students. That's the reason why I transitioned from classroom into New York City Department of Education Central Administration. So in speaking of that, I really want to thank you, my supervisor, Dr. Bannon, he is here today, for having me on your team and your trust. As the only Asian American who served on the team, that's make you feel different. If you do work in an organization as the only Asian American, we talk about this, so you can just talk to yourself. What is your feeling? And also thank you, my other colleagues from the team also gave me social and emotional support. Not only helped me to grow professionally, definitely helped me to understand this culture. And last but not the least, I want to thank you to all my educators, my Chinese bilingual educators here in this room. You can raise your hand and you can talk to them later. And they are part of, we have our online WeChat group, so I'm the group owner. Because when I first became a teacher, I was the only Asian American in the school building. I was the first Asian American teacher to a lot of my students. We feel alone when I have struggle, when I have difficulties. I really don't know where I can go besides CACF, my ASAP family. That's the reason why I decided to create this online group. Now we have over 600 Chinese bilingual teachers in my group, and they are here today to show their support. And everything we talked about earlier about civic participation and community engagement, where did that start? Start from the classroom. So please come to our educators. We need to educate our educators first. After they understand the ideas about civic engagement, they will be able to bring this back to their classroom. And ASAP is definitely a great program. I was in ASAP cohort 2 and cohort 3. So this August is going to be our ASAP 15. So there are several ways I encourage you to support us. First, you can donate money to financially support to keep running this program. We definitely need to produce more youth leaders like myself and other wonderful leaders. As the second way is you can provide resources. If your organization or if you yourself have any resources or materials you can share with our youth leader or professional development opportunities, please share with us. So last but not least, the easy way you can do it is try to recommend and recruit other students, high quality APA high school youth who serve in New York City Public Schools to join our program. So the reason why I feel like I'm getting old because one of my teacher friends, she's here today, but her son just got accepted into ASAP 15. That makes me feel like I'm a little bit older, but thank you Andy's introduction. So it's truly my honor to come back always to our ASAP family to share my experiences, to mentor those new leaders because they are the future. I mean, we are the future, they are the even future. Thank you everyone for coming here. Enjoy your night.